Okay, so the first part about a downhill weekend is a track walk. It'll be the first time that you'll actually see the track and realise what obstacles you may have to overcome.
It's also great from a normal trail rider's perspective to see how a pro downhill racer picks his line on the track. Here we go, start gate. Put the power down.
Start at the start, Neil. Okay, so here we are at the first turn. I'm already thinking about perhaps what gear I might start in out of the start hut, how many gears I might shift down here. It's probably going to be 3 or 4, and also gearing is critical. Racing's really close, so you might want to go up a chainring. If it's fast and fast pedaling sections, you might end up spinning out and be better off on a bigger chainring.
Not so many lines down this part. I guess it's more about pedaling, staying smooth and pumping. So really rocky section here. Not only are there massive rocks, there's big holes in between the rocks, so you're not going to be able to skim over the top of all of these. What's the way up between speed and saving your bike here? There's a big risk of puncturing if you hit one of these big rocks.
Yeah, definitely. It's as I said, it's critical to be straight on this because they're all at different angles, as you can see, and you want to try and be on top of them as much as you can. But one thing that is kind of a godsend is how much grip there is in the gravel at the end of the corner. So you can kind of look to there and know that you'll have a lot of grip getting to there. But riding here, I think one of the courses that takes a lot of commitment, and that's almost the beauty of a lot of technical lines. It's all about commitment.
Yeah. Would you ever have to limit your speed? Maybe you could ride it faster, but you're just too much risk for puncturing?
Yeah, definitely. You would have to be aware of, like, perhaps you get a puncture in practice, and then that's one of those areas where you edge on caution and don't risk so much, and then another bit where you have a lot of confidence and you can push really hard.
We're really open to the elements out here, open to the wind. How does that affect the way you ride a track?
It can affect you in many ways. As you can see, there's a jump here. If you took off and you're too high, the bikes don't jump very well in the wind and you can end up having a crash, and it kind of ruins your weekend. But also, as you can see, it's quite a long straight here, and you want to sort of tuck in behind your bars. This is like slightly more efficient and gives you a chance to recover a little bit. You know, pedaling over these rough sections is probably not that efficient anyway.
So this section, there are 2 definite lines. The one I'm stood by is the easier but longer route, and we're going into a left-hand corner down there. Shorter but much harder line here, Mark. What do you think you're going to do?
Well, it's kind of one of those difficult ones. It's hard to really pick a definitive better line. I think this one would give you a better entry and exit to the corner beyond, but it'll be one of those things where I wouldn't make a decision right now. I'd try and do it in the first couple of runs and then find a line that works for me and then stick to it.
Big grippy berm, but then we've got a really long flat section, Mark. Is there anything you're going to specifically think about doing on this corner?
Well, yeah, as you say, like, you've got a massive berm here, but you actually come in and it's almost a 180-degree turn with a long straight on the exit. So it's actually crucial to come in and not override it. You don't want to slide too much. You just want to carry as much momentum as you can, allowing you to sort of get to this exit point and really get on the pedals and carry your speed down that long straight. You don't want to be trying to battle in to get up to speed. You want to hold it all the way around and then accelerate down there.
So this exit speed will carry you for 30 seconds.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so when you are practicing, it's a good thing, and obviously walking the course like now, is to kind of weigh up where you might want to pull over. Like, here's a good spot out of this turn. Pull over here and just have a think of like what you've ridden above and try and remember it all. That way it might help you learn it a little bit faster. On longer courses, you might break the course up into sections. So say 2 or 3 sections, or even 4 if it's a really long course. And then you can sort of kind of conserve your energy and work on pushing fast for say the first section, and then going easy in the second and third, and then pushing on say the final section or something like that. Therefore, you know you've pushed on every single section, but you're also conserving a little bit of energy, because you're not going to be able to go flat out the whole weekend and then still have something left for race run. Okay, so behind me you've got quite a large drop off into this sort of steep, technical, loads of stumps dotted around. The main line is here exactly where I am, flowing out to the edge of that berm. I mean, with the weather conditions, I want to be aware of how the ground sort of churns up. There might be a big hole that develops here that might, in some cases, send me over the handlebars. I'd really keep an eye on that and hope that it would stay okay, but have in mind perhaps this inside line as a really safe alternative that I could use if this line got too rough. Courses tend to evolve quite a lot, and it's something that you need to be able to learn to be aware of changes on the course, be it holes developing or berms and ruts pushing and blowing out, and you're not able to use them anymore. Okay, so as you can see, this is quite a pedally section into this big jump behind me. Obviously you'll have practiced the jump doing your runs, but it's worthwhile trying to do it in a full run. You don't know how hard you're going to be breathing and what it might feel like. So doing a full run, putting all the sections together and pushing it into here will really be worthwhile. Obviously you'll have that added adrenaline when you're in your race run that might carry you that little bit more. Okay, so that's it for our trail walking tips. Obviously you've got to play it by ear, use your experience and see which lines work best for you.
That's it. For more videos from GMBN, you can click up here for our how to ride berms.
And click down here for tyre pattern explained.
Or click on us in the rain for more videos from GMBN.
And click on the midges to subscribe to GMBN. You need some Scottish ones.
I've tried that. They just don't have them in my tartan.
Oh really?